This is Mark Vasala, and he's an accountant, and he's the head of Bluescope Steel. And he did an interview yesterday with ABC News regarding steel tariffs and the production of steel in Australia versus America. But the ABC News, those dirty little sneaky bastards, they cut a clip out of what they posted on the YouTube channel, and I'm going to share that with you now.
You pay a half to a third, depending on gas or electricity in the United States relative to the energy costs that we have in Australia. I still don't think we've solved the problem here in Australia, the transition from fossil fuels to renewable fuels. For an industry like ours, a company like ours that needs reliable, affordable, renewable energy 24/7, if we have a better return for our investments in North America, then it's our responsibility and our responsibility to our shareholders to invest where we can get the best return.
The dirty commies at the ABC did their absolute best to try and make out that Trump's tariffs were going to push Bluescope steel production offshore to the US. But as you saw in that clip, Mark Vasala made it really clear that the cost of electricity being 1/3 of what they pay in Australia means that from a business perspective, they have to consider steel production in the US versus Australia because it's too fucking expensive here to make steel with our electricity prices. But those rotten bastards at the ABC cut that part out where he was talking about the electricity prices and only posted the part where he was talking about the tariffs in the full clip on the ABC YouTube channel. It's that kind of sneaky shit reporting that really drives me nuts about the taxpayer-funded ABC. The ABC shouldn't be allowed to not post the full interview, and they shouldn't be allowed, given that they're funded with our money, to not disclose the full story when it comes to the reasons why Bluescope would consider steel manufacturing in the US over Australia. We have some of the highest electricity prices in the world in Australia. We don't have a domestic gas reservation policy on the East Coast, and Bluescope, whose profits were down 53% in the last year, on the quiet, I heard they lost over $1 billion, are feeling the pinch. And when we lose steel manufacturing in Australia over the next 12 to 24 months, because they will move it all offshore, just like Brickworks moved their brick production facilities offshore, you will know all about it, Australia, because that will pretty much be the end of manufacturing in Australia. We don't make much now as it is. It's less than 5% of our GDP, down from 23% just 20 odd years ago. It's a economic decimation. And the ABC needs to be hung out to fucking dry because they played their part in making it happen too by not telling you the full story.